Hey, what's up everyone? Hope you're all having a wonderful time. Here a quick video on the next update for the NG Blade Inquisitor in Path of Exile 1 Secret of the Atlas. I've been using this character as my league starter, and we're around 2 weeks in right now on the league, and we have done some bigger changes to it right now, to the build, new items, we got a new passive tree and more. The build continues to shine and has been super fun this league, and I made a couple other videos going over how we could start out just a couple of chaos, or if you have a little bit more you can go for a couple divines, and I'm doing more improvements along the way, and I'm just trying to make updates as we continue to invest more currency in the build. Right now the character is at level 97, and we are at the moment around 50 divines into the build, I would say, and it is kind of hard to keep track of it all as everything just keeps changing in the prices as we go, and some of the items we are using is also self-made here, and of course it's going to be different for everyone depending on the RNG. Now, overall, we gained tons of more survivability to the build by just adding a couple new items, but they really make a big impact to the build, and they are absolutely worth to invest in, and I still have a couple more things I want to add to the build, but that's going to be for another video, probably coming next week. One of the biggest changes is going to be the new passive tree. So this is what the passive tree is looking like right now, and you can see we are pathing a little bit different, and we are going all the way around here, going into the starting area here, and the reason for this is one of the new biggest changes to the build, and that's going to be that we are using a cluster Yule right now, and also 2 split personalities. Now the split personalities are a really awesome ones. As you can see here, we gain 68 to strength and also intelligence here, and that's going to be the same for the other one, and it's because we gain 5 strength and 5 intelligence from these, and this you will also get 25% increased effect per allocated passive skill between it and its class starting location. So that's basically why we are pathing as we are right now, and you can follow this orange line, I could say, and it's pathing around all this way down back to the starting area, and this is why we are using these two. And this goes for around 10 to 14 divines as of now, and is one of the biggest improvements that we currently using with this change. Now if you also take a look on the Yule that you are using here, you want to use one with increased lightning damage, and I just try to aim for as much strength as I can, intelligence also, and then life, and you should also try and get in the increased effect, right? All attributes is also something that's worth, and also added energy shield works as well here, and for now, I'm using one with 8 passive skills, and that's because I don't really have the passive points right now. The more points you have here and you can spare, the better it is really. You get all those flat stats there, and it also will improve the split personality as well, because it will get longer for it to reach the starting area. And we are really starving on passive points here right now, and some that you can do and change is, if you want to, you can spec out of these. You will lose a little bit of defense, right? I'm currently at, let's see, 78 chance to evade attacks, which is quite nice, I feel, especially when you are doing maps, right? Really juicy ones. But here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points that you can respec into something else, right? But as I said, you will lose some defense. I prefer to have them over damage, but that's just me. Now if you want more damage though, here is some I know that I'm not expecting right now. It's a crit multi here, more crit multi here, and you also have the crit mastery, right? It's 25% to critical strike multiplier against unique enemies as well. So it's quite a bit of damage to these nodes, but yeah, I prefer the defense right now. I don't really feel that I need more damage as it is, but it is possible to get more. Now for the other change, the big one is going to be the middle section here. It's by using a unnatural instinct combined with a light of meaning. And if you start with unnatural instinct, what it does is it basically grabs all the small passive that you have not taken. So all of these which is inside of this ring here. So we do get some increased area, we do get some increased cast speed, stuff like that, some regen over here. And it's all get picked up by this Yule. And what is so strong with this is when you are using a Light of Meaning close by, and this one is picking up all of these small nodes as well, right? Because they are counted as they are picked, right? And what this does, I'm using this one right now, and this is going to be with Chaos Resistance, and this node alone here is basically almost capping out the Chaos Resist, which is just ridiculous. So if you look at here, we are at the moment at 64%, and if we take this away, we're at minus 52. So we do get a shit ton of Chaos Resist from this one Yule, right, which is super strong. Now there are other ways you can go for this as well. You can get one with increase to energy shield, which is also really strong, right? It will improve our energy shield, more survivability, more damage. But they are really expensive though, around 80 divines I think they were last time I checked. So this is a very budget friendly way to get this, to just basically cap your resist, right? I got this for 8 divines, so it's not too bad. And it could also be good to know you can also path down this way right here and take this Yule and change out here. But I do really need the resist right now. We do get 10% to all element resist by this node here, and some extra resist from these as well. And I should actually pick up this fire resist also for 1 point. And yeah, they are super valuable to get that extra resistance down here. But as I said, you could also put your Yules down here instead, pass through here, get some cost, attack, movement speed, and you will get some increased to these nodes right here instead, which also works. And just quickly, we also changed out the Balbala, right? We were up here before, and now we are using it down here instead. And the good thing here is that you can use basically any number that you like here. It doesn't matter, we're not using any of the notable right close by here. So any number works. The only thing that we want to get is Traitor. So you can just grab a really cheap one for like 50C or so. This do, however, mean that we lose the Onslaught on Kill that we got when we used it on the top end. But so that's something that we actually lost in this version, and I'm still looking a little bit into that, but it is manageable to get one. There are other ways to get it right, like just adding a Onslaught Flask, stuff like that. But yeah, for now we're not having any Onslaught on us. And I don't really think that we can change our location either, as it is right now at least. All these key nodes that we are using are actually something that we do need, right? That are close by, so we can't use it like here, then we lose this one, right? Maybe we change from the brands, we might be able to do it right here. But yeah, there are no really other ways to play around with this as of now. Maybe if we can change the pathing and we can go right here, then we could actually put this one down right here and pick Mind Over Matter instead. And maybe we can get some points going through here, and then we actually get one node right here, right, to actually give us Onslaught on Kill. That's an option actually, but yeah, for now this is what we've got, and we might be doing some extra improvements in the next one, right? Now let's take a look on the next thing, which is going to be some new items. And these are going to be the Cogwork rings. And these rings are really nice. It makes it so we lose a prefix modifier on them, but we gain a additional suffix, and we also get 25% increased suffix modification magnitude. So they're just getting stronger, right? Which is going to be our attributes that we are focusing on. So as you can see here, we have like 80 strength and intelligence almost. And we also made a craft there with all attributes to boost those numbers up even more. And yeah, this is something that you want to look and try and get the attributes right, and also getting life and energy shield works as well. And I managed to get one with the crit multiplier as well as a elder modifier. I crafted this and I managed to get one open suffix, and I just slammed the Elder Exalt. They are really cheap right now. They're like 50 chaos, and it's a 1 in 3 chance, and I hit the crit multi. Awesome. And how I made those, I just basically spammed the Rage Essence on these rings until I got the modifiers that I wanted. I made a video recently about that. You can check it out if you like to, and you might even make some profit doing so. The other ring, pretty much the same. Here we have some extra dexterity. You do need some dexterity if you are going to play with grace. I like to use it on myself here. You could also use your merc, right? But to be able to use grace, you do need some dexterity. So that's what we got for our other ring here. And same as the other ring, try to go for maximum life and energy shield if you can as well. There are a better version of the rings, and this is going to be these ones, and they go for around 85 divines as of now, and even more if you want to get one that are not mirrored or split, right? And you can split these so you get 3 of them instead, and you can sell out the other ones to even make some profit, right? But yeah, they are really expensive, but these do give you 50% increase to suffix modifier instead of 25, so it is obviously something to aim for to really mid-max the character. And then for the next item is going to be Eye of the Great Wolf. Now these are really interesting items. Now what you want to aim for here is of course going to be the increased attributes, and you want to get as high roll as you can here. 16% is going to be max, and what it does, this amulet, is it's basically doubling the implicits that the amulet have, right? So if you get 16% attributes, you get 32% from that alone, and then you can improve those further, right, by adding attribute quality on it, like I have here. And this amulet is going to be corrupted, so you will have to use Tainted Catalyst, and this is just going to be randomizing the quality that you get over there, and try to get something close to 20, right, so you get the most value of it. Now I managed to get one with increased attack speed and cost speed for a pretty decent deal, like 10 divines or so. The attack speed helps out with our shield charge to move around a little faster, and the cost speed do help out just making the brands deal damage faster, right? There are other suffixes that you can look for. One is going to be the critical strike multiplier though. They are going to be quite expensive, however. If you look on one with max attributes and global crit multi, you're looking around like something like this, right? They are quite expensive. The other one is going to be global defense. This as well is kind of expensive, but those also work for the build. And also increased maximum life is another one to look for, a little bit cheaper, but it can be good to know that there are other options. And for the flask, the only thing that we change here is that we are now using a topaz flask instead of a quicksilver, and that's going to be when we are doing bosses, really. This is just helping myself to cap the resist, as we are struggling a little bit with that right now. So yeah, topaz flask for the lightning resist. And we also have the avoidance, stun avoidance there, which is a little bit helpful. And then the ruby flask as before. And then we're also using a bismuth for all the elemental resistance. And yeah, something to keep in mind is both of these, they do not have 100% uptime, but it's a really long time. It's over 2 minutes before they run out. And that's going to be if you don't kill anything, right? But yeah, it can be good to know that they are not up all of the time. This, however, is, and you will not have to worry about it. And therefore it is really important that you are using the reused at the end of the flask effect craft on those 2 items. Otherwise it will not be automated, right? And yeah, do keep that in mind. Now I have actually been using a other setup a little bit, and that's with a Headhunter. And when I'm using a Headhunter, I can then swap in a Quicksilver instead to get those extra movement speed. And that's because we are using a Purity of Element when we are using the Headhunter. And we have to sacrifice a little bit of damage, but that's basically going to cap ourselves our resist. And it also will give us ailment immunity, because we don't get the ailment immunity that we get from the Psychopleading Coil. So that's also something I thought I include it here, and I mention it at least. If you're wondering why it's lying in my bags here, but this is what I've been using a little bit just to speed through the maps basically. Now on the subject of ailment immunities and other ones as well, let's go over them real quick here. The only thing that we really get now from our belt is going to be the ignite immunity. Strength is higher than dexterity. As you can see here, it's quite a bit over the dexterity, right? So this is what we get from that belt. Now from our pantheons we get freeze avoidance here, so we are freeze immune. We also get chill avoidance from our boots, and then we also get shock immunity by using Tempest Shield. So those are the elemental ailment immunities that we are using, and then we also have a normal Yule with the corrupted modifier for corrupted blood. And that's basically all the immunities that we have on this build. I also have a little bit chance of avoid bleed on the boots I'm using right now. And if you want to cap that out, you can actually get bleed avoidance on a abyssal Yule, right? And you can get one with a suffix and also with the corrupted implicit on it, right? And then you can just shove it in your weapon as I have here. And that will take care of that if you really want to get yourself bleed immune, but that's nothing that I really feel that felt something that I'm dying to at all basically, so it's up to you to decide, but it is possible. Same goes for poison. You can do the same setup here if you want to get that as well. Just get poison avoidance on the boots, and the same goes for the abyss Yule, right? You can get poison avoidance there as well, and that will fix that. So those are the changes so far, and I'm doing at least one more update video to the build, and it's going to be really insane and crazy hopefully, and will probably going to be the last and the mid-max version of the build I'm going for at least, so do keep an eye out for that. Probably will be done in the next week or so. Also feel free to share in the comments if you like these update videos, as it's something that I've not done really before, but it's been super fun so far. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful, and if you have any other questions, feel free to drop a comment and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. And with that said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!